Cancer, the word that ruins lives and the word that nobody wants to hear. So when I was born, the first person to hold me was not my father, and it was not my mother, it was my Aunt Dee Dee. So a little bit of background knowledge about my Aunt Dee Dee is that she is a nun, so she devotes her life to her family, to her friends, to children all over the world, but most importantly, she devotes her life to Christ. So my Aunt Dee Dee does things like she goes to Haiti and builds orphanages. She has done that ever since that there was that big earthquake in Haiti. And she is also a social worker in the South Bronx, which is a very poor part of New York City. So she works with children and tries to get them out of the worst areas and tries to help them get a better life for themselves. So, February of last year, I had actually read on Facebook, because my mother was too scared to tell me because I was at school, that my Aunt Dee Dee was diagnosed with stage 2 breast cancer. And I did not talk to my mom for a little bit. I was angry at the world. I didn't eat. I didn't sleep. I didn't call my Aunt Dee Dee because I didn't want her to know that I was losing it. And I was reading the Bible a couple of days after I had read that on Facebook, and I had read a verse that said, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and uphold you with my righteous right hand." And that's Isaiah 41:10. And that verse kind of stuck in my mind a little bit, and I finally got the courage to call my Aunt Dee Dee and to talk to her. And that conversation went from her having stage 2 breast cancer to her finding out that stage 2 has now been moved up to stage 4. So her breast cancer had spread to her lymph node system, so it was, the cancer was in her armpit and somewhere near her lungs, and I thought I had lost it before, and I broke down. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't go home because I was in season. And all I wanted to do was be with her. I didn't want to be at school. I didn't want to play lacrosse. I didn't want to be around anybody. I didn't eat or sleep. And I had gone home for Easter, and I saw her, and I kept saying, "How are you doing this? How are you smiling? How are you light and fun, and how are you so strong?" And I kept asking her, "Why did God do this to you? Why you? You're a nun. Bad things aren't supposed to happen to you. You give your life to Him, and it seems like He's taking your life way too soon." And all she kept telling me was, "It's gonna be fine. All I'm doing is living. And I promise you, I have 25 to 30 more years. I promise you." And I didn't not believe my Aunt Dee Dee, but I didn't know how. You hear stage 4, and you think the worst. Couple months to live. It's full of days that are sick and down, and people lose all this weight, and then they lose their hair, and they can't get out of bed, and they're throwing up, and I could not see my Aunt Dee Dee like that. So, fast forward a year later, almost a year later, and I have never seen a person more lively, more fun, a person that just picks up and goes on road trips whenever she feels like it, a person that has not changed the fun aspect of her life because of cancer. My Aunt Dee Dee has completely changed her lifestyle, and the fact that she eats a certain way now, that she only eats basically nuts and fruit, and she makes her own almond butter, and it's just, she's completely transformed her life into this healthy, lively, beautiful person that I don't even know how to explain it. She is my strength, she's my rock, she's my inspiration, and she's someone that I strive to be like every single day of my life. My Aunt Dee Dee is someone that I look up to. My Aunt Dee Dee is someone that I value so much, that is a part of my life. And as of today, her tumor has shrank, I think, about 80%. So I pray for my Aunt Dee Dee every single day, but she has strength that I couldn't even fathom. And I'm very happy that God blessed me with someone like her in my life, because she is where I try to get my strength from. And I'm very glad that my Aunt Dee Dee is going to be with us for years to come.